hell yeah. I discovered this game by accident. And I want to play it so bad. This is what my heart is telling me to do right now. And this is what I'm freaking doing. Welcome to Touhou Attorney. Shameimaru's Touhou Attorney. A fan game. A Touhou fan game. With the gameplay of Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright and stuff. There's supposed to be a Trial 0 tutorial thing first, right? I didn't do much research when I found out this game. I knew I had to play it on my own because otherwise I'd get spoiled. Whatever. Trial 1 it is then. The bright sunlight, the fluttering wind, and the endless blue sky. Just enough clouds for contrast and breathtaking scenery. That were all, this world would be paradise. This world, Gensokyo, is an isolated world. A world that allows the presence of beings other than humans and animals. A world where monsters and yokai live. And a world where nothing serious happens. This story takes place in such a world. Jesus, that's slow. I knew it'd be here. No, wait, I shouldn't touch it without asking permission first. I just can't control myself around stuff like this. Just a little bit, you know, right? Oh, so it can do that. That's pretty neat. That's right. I should test the feature I was planning on adding to the Tengu's cameras. And there. Wow, I even amaze myself sometimes. A job well done. Well done? Oh no, I changed the whole thing. I didn't even realize it. And I don't think I'll have enough time to change it back. Maybe I'll just make it look normal for now. Right, so the menu doesn't seem to be translated. So, I don't know how to save. And there aren't a lot of documentation here. Oh my god, this is annoying. Loading though. It's fast enough, I suppose. Oops, it's already time. It should be finished taking pictures about now. I hope it actually worked. Great, it's still here. It's nice to know how to use something for once. Was that someone's voice? Hiya! What happened? What kicked up all this dirt? A winner is me. That voice. I think that might have something to do with this. Huh? Someone there, eh? Oh, it's just Journo. Oh, wait, I almost forgot about the camera. The camera? What's wrong? Journo, what is that you're standing on? Huh? Oh, this thing? Don't know what it is, but I kicked it good. Oh no, it's in pieces! Duh, I am the strongest, you know. I should have done more research on the game. And that's about the size of things. And so, Mr. Morichika, was it? He won't settle the affair with a Danmaku battle. Right, he's not interested in that at all. Even if I were unable to use it, I would never dream of not being interested in Danmaku. And I did a good job of explaining the situation, don't you think? No matter how you put it, it is quite an amusing story. Quite. And do you remember what I mentioned earlier, Miss Cheeky? About the judgment methods of the humans in the outside world? Now that you mention it, I do. It was written in a book I borrowed from Miss Knowledge. It seems like she really lives up to her name. Yeah, so why did you bring that up? Oh, I see. That's why you came to tell me about that incident. You believe it to be a good example of such a case. And I believe you are correct. However, for this particular judgment method, I am the only one who can act as the judge. Does that mean I assign roles to the other positions? Do you specifically remember what those roles are? Well, let me think. Judge and Enma are practically synonymous. However, I don't make the decision on my own. There's a side that establishes proof of guilt, and a side that defends the suspect. And they argue their cases, if I recall correctly. So you're saying that excluding the victim and the accused, a minimum of 3 people are needed? No, there's more. The accusing side has to thoroughly inspect the crime scene, examine the evidence, and collect witness testimonies. So there's quite a bit of work that needs to be done. Sounds like a lot of trouble. Well, whatever happens, as long as my involvement is limited to observation, it's fine. That's the extent of my knowledge. That should be enough. Miss Shiki, you still haven't given your approval for my documentary, The Forthright Daily Life of Kinsokyo's Presiding Judge. Are you sure we can't come to an agreement? Haven't I already told you that I didn't see any merit in it whatsoever? Yes, but please reconsider. You have great influence as Enma. And I think that if you at least gave me permission for a test run to see how it would look, you would practically be begging me to write it. I am not inclined to flaunt my authority like that. I doubt it would be worthwhile. I didn't say it would be like that, just let me follow you for a while. Anyway, aren't you off duty for now for a few days anyway? Yes, I am. What about it? Well, I'd say this is very good timing. We can have a trial in place of a Danmaku battle. Even if I were to accept, who would fill the other roles? You said earlier that the side that establishes guilt needs to do a lot of work, correct? Yes, I did. So I think that asking the residents of the Scarlet Level Mansion would be a good idea. They have no shortage of maids. Ah, I see. That is certainly true. So later, when we go to the Scarlet Level Mansion to ask about that, we can ask Miss Knowledge for more details as well. Indeed. However, Komachi is not here at the moment, so I had need to leave her a note. Please go on ahead of me. Okay, I'll see you at the mansion. Very well. Whenever something like this comes up, I always seem to get pulled into it one way or another. Oh my god. So what I'm saying is that I was thinking everyone here at the SBM could act as the side that establishes proof of guilt. Entirely too troublesome. I beg your pardon, milady. The tea is ready. Thank you. Let me hear your opinion. Let me lower the audio some more of the game, just in case. It seems that these two have brought something rather inconvenient with them. I am responsible for this too? From my point of view. Oh, quite. If you can endure the tedium, I think it'll turn out alright. So what do you think? What do I think? I think it might be too much to endure. I, however, doubt that will be the case, Remy. Oh. Lady Patchouli, where should I put these? Place them on the table. Aren't you constantly training? You should be able to handle that many books. But they're so heavy. Oh, why do you need all these books anyway? None of your business. Oh. So can you explain why it won't be boring? Of course, they are requesting that we play a role similar to that of the police. A very engaging role indeed. And by engaging, you mean troublesome. Only for those at the crime scene, actually. You know, I don't like it when you dance around the subject, Patchy. Please get to the point. It is very likely that if we accept this role, neither you nor I will be overly engaged. The engaged ones would be Sapia and the maids. They will conduct general investigation, going to the scene of the crime, collecting evidence, and taking testimonies from witnesses. The vast majority of the work. Since we have a great number of maids at our disposal, we are the natural choice. To me, it seems more like we're the only choice. But are we the proper choice? It is possible that you are not. Especially if we can get away with lying. What do you think, Sapia? I have no objections whatsoever. I only serve your will, my lady. It should kill some time at least. To that end, I should play along with your little plan. Alright! I can write a great article about this. You, Tengu, it's still too early to celebrate. I will join provided that certain conditions are met. Are? You thought I had not noticed your anticipation? Ah! What are you talking about? I'm not planning anything, don't be silly! What are your conditions? The role of defense attorney, I believe. That'll be yours, Tengu. What? You're the one who started this, aren't you? That's why you should have some responsibility in the whole affair. But what are you... I can't write an objective article if I'm involved. Well, let the other Tengu write about it. It'll all rest on your shoulders. Although I suppose we can afford you an assistant. What? So that settles it then. It's only natural for the one who proposes an idea to have some responsibility in its execution. Miss Shameimaru. You're kidding. By the way, Patchy, about those books, forgive me, but I do not wish to read that enormous tower. Oh yes, I was about to mention that. Please do not worry, as I will glean the necessary information from these books and summarize everything in a more concise manner. I believe I should be finished by tomorrow. This judgment process might be different from how I always hand down sentences, so yes, please do. Please leave everything to me. Maybe some reverse psychology will work. Looks like I have no choice. I will prepare for the trial too. But of course, if you don't do it, we'd have to go through the trouble of finding someone else. Oh, just when I thought I could finally be able to spend the whole time taking notes in the audience gallery. I don't think so. You're very easy to read. But it's such a simple task, I thought we'd just be able to ignore it. My condolences. Very well then, if you'd be so kind, I shall leave the rest to you, Miss Knowledge. It has been quite a while since I've done anything with books other than reading them, to be honest. So to be honest, I am somewhat looking forward to it. Now all that remains is the trial itself. When shall it start? It would be best to have it soon to keep the case details and crime scene fresh. So how about tomorrow afternoon? I must remind you that it's the most difficult time of day for me to leave the mansion. However, it's going to be difficult to plan this entirely around your schedule. Oh, fine then. I suppose it'll let me use my favorite parasol. I shall prepare that once, milady. Let's meet here tomorrow. Yes, I will be looking forward to it. Wait right there, Tengu. We need for you to go to the Hakure Shrine. Really? For what? Since it seems you have yet to realize, do you think we'd be able to hold a trial with everyone using spell cards? If we're going to be holding the trial in my building, that would be a little... Okay, I see what you mean. I need to ask the Red and White Shrine Maiden to temporarily suspend the use of spell cards. Correct. Exactly, but you shouldn't go empty-handed. So take these rice cakes, would you? Thanks. I'll fly over there right away and ask her. Sweeping shrine servant spotted. Hello there, Pure Nanasan. I Shameimaru at your service. I see you're just as energetic as ever. Oh yeah. What's the matter? Your eyes look like starving puppies. You have the starving part right. You should probably eat something. I don't have something. You're kidding. Why would I kid about this? I haven't eaten anything for 2 days. All I have is green tea. What's with that look of pity? Hey, what's that smell? Huh? It's coming from that bag! The smell of food! Whoa, are you really human?
Humans can do anything when they put their minds into it.
That's taking it too far.
Shut up! Just what are you doing here anyway?
Oh, that's right.
Actually, I have a favor to ask of you.
Agreed.
Huh? But in return, you have to give me whatever's in that bag.
Fair enough.
Deal. Well, I'd like for you to stop the use of sale cards tomorrow. It's going to be something called a trial then.
Ah, that's easy enough. Anything else?
Nothing in particular. Now gimme!
Yes, here you are.
Hooray! Solid food at last!
It looks like there's some rice cakes inside. Yes, they are inside. You were able to smell them from inside the bag, and guess what they were just from touching it. Humans are amazing when they get desperate. And at that point in time, Shameimaru, thought that the trial would be exceptionally easy, but this notion would be utterly upended the next day. Excerpt from the Bunbunmara newspaper. Here goes again. April 26th, 1:01 p.m. Defendants waiting room.
Whew, finally finished reading.
So, how was it?
Did you read that little book Miss Notch prepared too?
Yes, I read it, but you know, the words were a little hard to understand. Huh? Really? I thought it was surprisingly easy to understand. What parts gave you trouble?
The beginning in particular.
The beginning? How about the middle?
The middle was unintelligible.
And the end? Not a clue. Did you really read it?
I already said I did! I think our interpretations might be different, so I want you to tell me what you think about it. Oh, and put it as simply as possible so that even someone who hasn't read the book could understand.
Alright then, I'll explain it.
So should we start from the beginning?
Oh, what's this?
It looks like there's a piece of paper hidden at the very back of the book.
This is addressed to me. See? It says, to the White Wolf Tengu.
Huh?
Let's see what it says.
What could it be?
To the White Wolf Tengu. I honestly doubt that the Crow Tengu will read this, so explain it to her instead. From Panty. Aya. Nani? It's completely obvious.
What is wrong with her? I am the pure and honest Aya Shameimaru. So am I not a trustworthy and reliable personality?
Oh, somehow I'm even more embarrassed too.
Oh, whatever, just get to explaining.
Yes. First, there's a question.
Already?
Yes, but it's just a simple one. Who is the defendant in this case? Select from the following three choices.
Three choices?
At times like this, it looks like you'll have to answer to choose. You'll have answers to choose from. Huh? Do I have like a court record yet? Oh, here it is. Frick, did I misclick? I have this thing now. Oh, that's when you should pick an answer. She also wrote that this time there are 3, but there might be different numbers later. I get it now. Alright, let's pick an answer. The defendant. Don't tell me you forgot the name of the defendant. Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just that there's always a 1 in a million chance. Oh, the answer was written in that booklet as plain as day. Just above the conversation window on the right side, you'll see an icon shaped like the notebook you always carry. Here we go. Tengu's notebook. Our reporter's very sole. I take it wherever I go. Every little thing that happens in Gisokyo is written down in here, something like that. Broke camera. Camera turner broke. It looks like it's been kicked directly in the lens. Irreparable. A tripod on which the camera was placed. Light and easy to handle. She has a low rank within the Tengu class. She serves as Ai's assistant. There's a rumor her name can also be read as Kenage. What? Head detective at the SDM force, commands the police maids, and directs the investigation efforts. Temporarily acting as the police chief, but also wants to try prosecuting. President of the Scar Devil Mansion and President Trials taught everyone about the judicial system. Her honor, say it properly, or else you might get upset. Banned the use of spell cards for the purpose of holding trials peacefully. And some rice cakes. Owner of Corindo, sells dubious stuff, doesn't sell stuff people want, an all-around troublesome person. That's whatever happens to strike her fancy at the moment. 9 is as 9 does. Gatekeeper of the Scar Devil Mansion. Works about as much as she says she understands the judicial system. Not doing anything special during the trials. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's Cherno then, right? Oh? Ah, there it is. It's called the Court Record, and you'll find the summary of all the information inside. If you click on that, then it looks like you'll be able to see all the information about this case. I still have a freaking cold, by the way, so if you hear me sniffling a lot, and honestly, I'm kind of struggling with these voices. Also, if you press the button to the bottom left of the information box, there's the profiles of everyone you've met so far. I see, how convenient. Now once again, who is the defendant? Correct! I could answer that before breakfast. Of course, I think you'll be just fine, Aya. By the way, what happens if I pick the wrong answer? Some questions won't have incorrect choices. So for questions like that one, you'll be penalized and have to try again. Penalized? Yes, there are some fans at the upper right. Ah, those. Each one represents one chance. So after 5 penalties. Seems kinda stingy to me. Did you think they would be lenient about this? What else is written there? Let's see, as for the witnesses, just gather information from them like you always do. Like I always do? Yes, it's written right here. Like I always do. What do I always do? If I may offer my thoughts. Might as well. Well, you always listen to what they have to say first. If they say something that isn't true, you retort mercilessly. And if you have the information or evidence that proves them wrong, you throw it in their face at the same time. And continue until they run away, give in, or start crying. Something like that. That's how I see it. Aya? What's the matter? Nothing, I'm just doing some uncharacteristic self-reflection. Huh? Well, yeah, anyway, that sounds like a good way to collect information when the need arises. Yes, that's right. However, it's probably a good idea to be careful when presenting evidence to disprove the witness. Why? If you do, and it doesn't make the witness's testimony less reliable, then you'll be given a penalty, just like when you make a wrong choice. In a normal interview, you can usually apologize, but of course, when you have other people watching, I see what you mean now. But on the other hand, you can press at any time when you feel the witness has something more to say. You will only be penalized on rare occasions, so it seems like a good idea to press as often as you can. It certainly isn't too different from my usual methods. If you think about it, even though you say it's normal, it seems like mafia-style interrogation.
My reputation isn't that suspicious. I simply pursue the truth, no matter what it takes.
I guess that's one way to say it.
Anyway, I think we're almost out of time. Any other words of advice?
Huh? Oh, let me see. I think we've covered all the basics at least. By the way, you'll see the press and present buttons at the top of the screen during cross-examinations.
Great, I think we're all set now. Where's our defendant?
Let me see. How do I save? And for that matter, how do I load? That is very important information. Aha! Alright, I just gotta press that button, I guess. Configuration. Scroll speed. Fast. Instant. Auto advance. Keep that off. Read scroll speed. Not applicable. BGM, sound effects. Screen, windowed. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I'll set that to instant as well, I suppose. Huh, now that you mention it, I guess Journo hasn't shown up yet. Whoops, didn't mean to. Wonderful, the trial's about to start. Where did you get off to? In that case, why don't we take this chance to inspect the evidence? Alright, let's take a look at that camera. Looks terrible. It's awfully beat up, isn't it? Yeah, and it looks like it was hit right on the lens. How can you tell? I'll draw you a diagram, see? There are cracks running from the center to the outside of the lens, right? It would only make that pattern if it were hit square in the middle. Ah, I see. We should be able to figure out easy things like this for now. That's true. Still, Journo's certainly taking her time. Hello, I have a special delivery for you, right dear? Alright, I don't like instant actually. Let's see if fast is good enough.
Let me go!
What's going on? Ah, there she is. A complimentary service from Milady. Service? Milady told me. I'm certain Journo has forgotten all about this and is wandering around somewhere. So see to it that she gets here somehow. But she put up such a fight, I wish that she made this a search and destroy mission instead. Search and destroy? But I was finally able to sneak up on her and grab her by the wings. It was surprisingly easy. And I was able to bring her here. Just like that. The wings were pretty cold though. Yeah, I would think they were. Are you sure your hands will be okay? If one clears their mind, they can withstand fire or ice. This is another one of the powers of Yi-Ah Kung Fu.
How do you find the time to practice Kung Fu with your hectic napping schedule?
If you just sign here. Thanks, later.
Do I look like a package to you?
You were told to come here at this time, weren't you? That sounds bored and dumb. Well, I can't say I disagree with you there. But Journo, something bad would happen if you didn't appear for your trial.
So what? I just take care of it with my spell card.
So why does she have to be here? You can't use spell cards. I asked Reimu yesterday to ban spell cards for a while.
What do you mean? What did you do something like that for? How am I supposed to freeze those frogs now?
You're still up to your old tricks, huh? Well, anyway, you can't use spell cards right now. Please keep that in mind, alright? Also, if you didn't show up for your trial, Miss Shiki would chase after you.
What?
And she'd probably be going a lot faster than I can go. And then with that stick in her hands...
Okay, I guess I'll stay for my trial.
Oh really? It's not going to be easy for me. It would be so much better for everyone if we didn't have this trial.
Oh, it's alright. It's because of me that everyone's in this mess.
Okay then. That's surprisingly responsible of her to say. Responsible thing for her to say, but like, you know, she didn't bother coming here, which is definitely not responsible. Okay then, now let's get this trial underway. I always have such a way with words. Well, we can't keep the others waiting any longer. It's almost time. Alright, let's go! In Tokyo's very first trial is now in session. Is the defense prepared?
What?
Have you finished your preparations?
Oh yes, it's just I'm not used to hearing such a grand tone of voice from you. I was a little surprised.
In the trial handbook I received, I read that the judge should be dignified and speak in a distinguished tone. But the hard part is not being so preoccupied with the tone that impacts your ability to think clearly.
So that's why. Her voice was so intimidating, it was always scary. That's an handbook for you.
As the defense read their handbook thoroughly as well. Naturally, Miss Knowledge worked so hard to make it for me after all.
At least, the only one who doubts me is Momiji.
Very well then. Is the prosecution prepared?
Yes, Your Honor. Wait a minute, I thought Miss Knowledge was going to be the... Patchy stayed up all night making that book, and right now she's fast asleep. So for the time being, I will act in her place.
Very well. Now that all preparations are in order, let us begin the trial. Does the prosecution have an opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then please present it.
Ahem. The defendant is charged with destruction of property, His property was in the possession of Mr. Renosuke Morichika, owner of Kurindo. Yesterday, as he headed toward the location to retrieve the camera he had set up earlier, he was fortunate enough to see the moment the defendant destroyed the camera, in flagrante delicto. And that is the result of our investigation. This seems like quite an obvious case. Is there any margin for dispute? The prosecution believes with reasonable certainty that there is none.
I believe so too, then I shall pass my...
No, wait just a moment, please.
That is dumb. The defense believes that being denied our right to defend is unfair. Perhaps what you meant to say was, please hold your judgment until we have the chance to hear witness testimonies and cross-examine them.
Yes, that, exactly.
I see, Miss Shameimaru. I think you should behave yourself in a more composed manner.
Well, I'm not really used to this yet.
I doubt that anyone here is yet. Nonetheless, I approve of the defense's request. Does the prosecution have any witnesses prepared?
Well, I suppose we can listen to what the defendant has to say. Maybe she even has an excuse for her actions.
Is that acceptable, defense?
Yeah, I guess.
Then please, take the witness stand, defendant. Yeah, are you sure this is a good idea?
Huh?
The defendant testifies, with cross-examining her to find inconsistencies in her testimony put us at a disadvantage. Can we really go through with this? You're right. Excuse me about this testimony. Too late.
Please state your name and occupation for the record.
It's already started. Aww.
I don't like how everyone's talking all important like. But this is only proper. After all, the truth is important. Really?
Really?
So your name and occupation, if you please. Alright, if I gotta. My name's Cherno. My occupation?
She's unemployed, Your Honor. I see.
Unemployed?
Meaning you fly freely through the skies.
Yeah, I do that. You got that right. I'm unemployed.
See, she says so herself. Is that really something to be proud of, Cherno?
Anyway, Cherno, please give your testimony about when you destroyed a camera. Camera?
You did break something yesterday, correct?
Oh yeah, that shiny thing. I kicked it and it went crunch. 'Cause I'm the strongest.
Yes, give us your testimony about when you kicked that.
I'm a genius, so this'll be a piece of cake. Boom, boom. Just before I saw it, I was just flying around. I was above the forest of magic. Then I saw this flashing light on the ground. I had a really bad feeling about it, so I flew down and kicked it. Bam! Took it out in one shot, 'cause I'm the strongest.
It almost sounds like she's confessing, but she could just as easily have been hallucinating.
Well, it's only natural. It's no good if she only testifies about the exact time of the crime. We need to hear about what happened before and after as well.
So will the defense cross-examine the witness?
I feel more like crying, but yes, we will.
It ain't a turnabout unless it's always like this, eh? This sounds really quiet. Got a camera, tripod.
Please be more specific. Hey, just wait a sec, okay? I'm getting there.
You needn't be so hasty. During trials, information can't run away. It might become stale. What they say might, but not how you use it. You do know how to use it, right? This may be a poor comeback, but your cute face is not cute at all.
What? Hold it. Are you absolutely certain about that?
Well, all this happened near the forest, so where else would I be? Explaining this to Cherno might be painful.
A light, but beyond that, you have no idea what it was. Nope. It was so far away that even I couldn't tell. So when you saw that light, what did you do? When I saw that light, I had a really bad feeling about it. Kicked it? Yep, I've been practicing that lately. Kicking. Yeah, kicking. I see. Bam, took it out in one shot. Destroyed it with a single blow. It was a direct hit. Pretty sure I killed it too. Oh, that's why you're on trial right now, you know. It's no good. Her testimony's flawless. That's what I said. I'm flawless. Don't you understand the situation, Journal? I don't think she even understands a tenth of it. Oh, over already. Maybe you were overdoing things a bit earlier. I can't argue with that. Miss Shameimaru. Oh yeah, I think I have an idea. What is it? About the way you usually gather information. I think there's one more part you're forgetting. Why did you wait until now to say it? Not that it will do any good. Ahem, Miss Shameimaru. No, I'm sure it will. Somehow you have to reverse the point of view. Reverse, you mean like turn my point of view about the situation. Earth to Miss Shameimaru. I keep pronouncing it as Shameimaru. I don't know why. I'm just used to it. Also, both of my nose, I almost said ears there for a second, are clogged right now, so I can't fucking breathe unless it's through my mouth right now. This is terrible. I'm fucking dying. Yes, that's it. Think about it from the other side. Huh? Whenever you come to the dead end, you always try to look at it from another angle, right? Now it's time to do just that. Another angle. Turn about the point of view. So if a broken camera was the outcome, just what would the cost that made Journal do it? Miss Shameimaru, if you have no further objections, I will hand down my verdict. Eee! Yay! Honestly, you haven't said anything for a while now. Were they communicating telepathically? Huh? Like I said, if you have no further objections, I am prepared to hand out my verdict. You can give up now. You've done well enough, even in this hopeless situation. I am not done yet. I'm just about to make my comeback. Oh, does that mean you've found a hole in the case, Miss Shameimaru? What? We haven't found one? What? I have found something. I haven't found anything. Oh, this is a choice. I think they should make this more clear. I found something! That is, of course, I'm sure I found something. What do you mean by that? I see. What, really? I'm bluffing! There's no way I'd be able to figure out everything all at once. I can't think of anything right now. So, Miss Shameimaru, care to share with the court? Is there a problem with Journal's testimony? If it's nothing more than hot air, you should be prepared to receive a penalty. That's fine.
Why did I open my big mouth? If I knew everything, I wouldn't have to interview anyone to begin with.
Please tell us about which part of Journal's testimony you are concerned. Point out where Journal's testimony is unclear. Huh. And I assume everyone in the court knows that cameras flash, and that it was indeed, or it's already established about the, and obviously flying over the forest of map. The bad feeling, I suppose. I think Corin had the camera on, like a timer or something. It's this part! What's the matter with that part? It's subjective. Nothing factual at all. That is certainly true. However, in her testimony, it is the only subjective part. That means, it shows exactly when this case began. What is that supposed to mean? We know for a fact that Cherno broke the camera. The defense claims that the problem is the cause behind the camera being broken. Order! Order in the court! So you're saying that the one who caused the camera to be broken should be the one on trial? Exactly. As Cherno testified, before she kicked the camera, she noticed something on the ground. Indeed, you mentioned that she noticed a flashing light. And I highly doubt that she would be able to kick the camera from high up in the sky. Which means that Cherno had to land, and the defense claims that we cannot ignore this so-called cost for her to land. Looks like she's buying it. So is that all you have to say? Yes, that's all. How droll. You think there was something that caused Cherno to kick it? I would like to cross-examine someone to find out. Your Honor, the defense requests another witness. It is true that no one has discussed the cause, so we have no information regarding that at this time. In the interest of this trial, I would like to grant the defense's request. Has the prosecution prepared any other witnesses? The plaintiff and the victim could give his testimony. Will that do? He would certainly know something. I think we should hear what he has to say. Very well then, we shouldn't need to suspend the trial. I have already called for him. Is this acceptable, Miss Shameimaru? Yes, I think you should testify too. Bailiff Onizuka, please lead the plaintiff to the stand. Please state your name and occupation. My name is Renosuke Morichika. I'm the owner and operator of the store Kurindo. And you were the owner of the camera that was broken, correct? Yes, and right before my eyes, no less. And you still wish to cross-examine his testimony? I do. I'll find something that I can use. The camera was one that I found while scavenging, but it's practically no different from the ones the Kappa make, so I was able to figure out how to use it. I was told that it had all kinds of functions, so I set it up to try them out. I left it by itself after I set it up, so I have no idea what happened while I was gone. It doesn't seem that there was anything unusual in particular. Well, that's why we should let our defense push him around a bit. Isn't there a better way to say that? Now your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. It's a very old school style art style. I kinda dig it. Where did you originally find it? Where I usually scavenge over at Uenzuka. It came in with a set with a tripod and some other accessories. Did it come with a lens too? Yes, more than one actually. Oh really? Did it have a telescoping? Talk shop afterwards if you please. Objection sustained. Spoil sport. Does that mean we can assume that you also knew how to use the Kappa's cameras to begin with? Huh? No. But you said you knew how just now. Ah, that. Well, I had them teach me how to use it. See, I can tell an object's name and purpose, and I was able to tell it was like the cameras I see the Tengu carry around. That's why I thought that if I took it to the Kappa, they would know how to use it. I see. By the way, who exactly did you ask? Miss Nitori. Of course she knew how to use it as soon as she saw it. So that's how you knew. That's right, she gave me an explanation, and... all kinds of functions. Yes, it doesn't have just a regular timer, but an interval timer, which takes pictures at a set period of time between each one. All that needed a separate part attached to it. You're kidding. I want something like that. And you can ask for it. Okay, that's a good idea. So that was one of the functions you were testing? Yes, I wanted to see how the cameras worked. How did you set it up? I attached it to a tripod. When I went to go see it, it seemed to be fine to me. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it myself until I took a closer look. How did the photos come out? Well, since the camera broke... Oh, that's right. Unfortunately, I don't know how well the camera worked. Of course. Somehow I get the feeling that might have been a lead. So you didn't go back to check on it even once? No, I was cleaning my store the whole time. The things I scavenge are usually covered in mud, so cleaning everything takes a lot of time. And during that time, you didn't meet anyone else? The audio of the game, of the recording. No, I only have customers every now and then. Oh, now I remember. Rainbow came by to have her shrine clothes mended, so if you ask her, maybe she'll have something to say. You don't say. In that case, I don't think she'd have any reason to lie either. This case seems like a dead end. And we're both at dead ends too. One bit of testimony. Let's try pressing it one more time. We might be able to get something out of him. Good idea. If we listen one more time, we might be able to figure it out. Let's give it a shot. What are we pressing? Here we go. Conditioned the camera? So the camera is completely destroyed. Yes, through and through. Oh no, at least a good camera. Was the testimony just not important defense? The testimony. Maybe I should bluff here. It's important! Can you explain why it is important? Boo-boo. I don't think it was very important. I guess bluffing was a bad idea. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was mistaken. Here's so you won't make any more mistakes. Shit. Alright, the film then. I guess the state is pretty much... Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong thing. Dang it. Alright, the film. What happened to the film, the camera? Film, you say? Well, I had it take enough pictures to fill a roll of 24, so I suppose it rewound itself. I see, so it rewound. That's right. Is the testimony just not important? The testimony is very important. Oh? You sound rather desperate, almost as if you were bluffing. I'm afraid not. First, about the film. You know that it's very sensitive to light, correct? No, I had no idea. Explain. Well, to put it simply, if regular light touches it, it becomes unusable, so it can only be opened in a dark room, a place where there is very little light. And the case the film is stored in has to be special. Has special properties, and is also very difficult to open. So you're saying that even though the camera was broken, the film should be unscathed? Right, I forgot that's how old cameras are, huh? Wow. Modern technology is the best. So you're saying that even though the camera was broken, the film should be unscathed. Exactly. Mr. Morchika, you're certain that just before you finally saw your camera again, Cherno had broken it? Yes, that's right. Nevertheless, since you testified that the film rewound itself, it should still be wrapped up safe and sound. Am I wrong? No, that should be about right.
The case flew out of the camera when it was destroyed, but I picked it up. And of course, I turned it in to Miss Scarlet. I knew you were going to say that. Your Honor, this entirely changes the state of affairs. What are you saying? We will not know what really happened until we inspect it. Not the condition of the film, but what's recorded on it. After the impact from the attack, it doesn't appear that anything was further damaged. And just now, Mr. Morichika said that he recovered the film that flew out of the camera. So if the film is developed, it might reveal some important information. I see. With that being said, a question strikes me. Why has the prosecution not submitted the developed film into the evidence? Perhaps they see the pictures as inconvenient, which is why they are hiding them. If they are, this is a grave matter. The book also mentioned how the prosecution should not tamper with the evidence in any way. I hope the prosecution has a good reason for this. My goodness, I think everyone needs to relax for a moment.
Miss Defense Attorney, I myself have yet to see the pictures. They have not come out yet.
What do you mean?
You haven't figured it out yet? Pictures need to be developed first. At this current point in time, they are not ready.
So what happened to the film then?
As I said, it is being developed. It should be ready before too much longer, I imagine.
To whom did you give the film?
I didn't think I could give it to the Tengu this time, so I asked the captain to handle it. However, I thought it would be delivered by the time this witness's cross-examination was finished.
I see. So let's continue with the subject at hand. Has this matter been put to rest, defense?
For the time being, as long as we are waiting on the film to be developed, we can't do much else.
So please continue. Any other questions from the defense?
Let's see here.
The timer setting. Come to think of it, how did you set the timer? I don't think it was anything particularly strange. I just had the shutter click every 5 minutes. I decided on that setting because it would take 2 hours to fill up a roll of film. I could clean it at my shop in the meantime. That sounds about right.
I see. Thank you very much.
Did the camera have any other features? I didn't know very much about it, so there were still other functions I didn't understand. But I do know that it didn't have a built-in flash yet. It had something called a speed light, and it could focus on more than one subject. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that. I'm starting to turn green with envy. Is that all you remember? That's it, as far as the major functions go, at least. I was told that it was a model meant to make photography easy. I see, it certainly sounds like it. Well, I think the picture should be here any moment now. Oh? Excuse me, Miss Shaky. I have a delivery here. Huh? Can't this wait later, Komachi? We're in the middle of a trial. Ah, sorry about that, but they told me that I was needed here. That it was needed here. What? Oh, could that be?
Precisely, the photos.
Indeed, they are. I will accept these into evidence.
A moment, please, Your Honor. I would like to determine which of the 24 photos have any bearing on the case.
It would indeed take time if everyone went over every picture. So I will call a 10-minute recess to sort them out. I would like the current witness to remain on the premises, so we may ask him about the pictures when the trial resumes. Understood, Your Honor. With that, discourse is in recess. Epic. Getting kinda bored. This is getting kinda interesting.
I'd much rather be bored right now, actually.
Really?
Why you want to be bored? That's no fun at all. I'm not bored, but I'm still not having any fun at all. You're kinda weird. So can I go now?
No, I don't think you should.
Really?
Yes.
I'm tired of this already.
Oh, just deal with it for now. Why did you have that bad feeling anyway, Cherno?
Bad feeling?
Yes. You know, you said it earlier when you were talking about breaking the camera.
Oh yeah, that. Why didn't you say so? I
didn't think I had to spell it out for you. I had a really bad feeling when I saw it. That's why I attacked it without thinking. Could you be more specific? Not really. I just was all like, whoa now. Maybe I should put it another way. Did the camera do anything?
You mean that black thing, right? It pointed at me all of a sudden. Camera turned towards you by itself? Sure did. Oh yeah? That's odd. Doesn't matter how many features the camera has. A tripod isn't supposed to move. It's strange how Mr. Morchica ever brought it up when he was talking about its features. Macherno says she saw it move. That's definitely what happened. It pointed straight at me, so I put my foot in its eye. Ah, that's right, the cracks in the lens do show that it was hit from the front. What does that have to do with anything? Might not, but we can't be sure about that yet. Ah, the recess period is almost over. Alright, let's see how this will turn out. Tripod description updated. How's the lighting? It's kinda... It's the brightest time of day right now, so... that usually only lasts a really short time. Ah, there it is. The tripod on which the camera was placed lightly to the handle. Cherno said that it moved on its own. Trial is now back in session. What did you discover from the photographs? It seems that it wasn't able to fully rewind the time, so the first several pictures are completely black, Your Honor. We don't need to see any of them, save for the ones that were taken just before the attack, so that should have no bearing on the trial. Conversely, I believe that having pictures at the time of the incident would be beneficial as well. The pictures around that time are just fine. Thanks to these pictures, we should be able to put an end to this trial. I will accept the film into evidence. Photo number 1 added to court record. .25. So about this picture, you agree that there's absolutely nothing out of place in it? Yes, I do. It looks like a rather tranquil scene. And there's more. The Kappa who developed the film for us, it seems she saw the camera before the incident as well. What? So does that mean there's another witness? Yes, and she's now going to give her testimony. You're kidding. Oh. Nitori's the culprit. Why, that's quite a boon. Call her to the witness stand, please. You're the culprit. Nitori? Oh, if it hasn't been Miji. What's up? That's my question. As I said, she developed the film, and she will be able to give us her testimony. I see it now. First, can you give us your name and occupation? Sure, my name is Nitori Kaoshiro. I'm an inventor. But what will she testify exactly? Miss Kaoshiro saw where the camera was placed while walking about yesterday. She will give us her testimony on what she saw. Very well, please begin. So far, none of the images are animated. It'd be pretty hard to animate this art style anyways. Like, how would the breakdowns be? Kinda curious. I think we're almost at the end. I'm almost at an hour, but let's keep playing. Alrighty. Just happened to be passing by the forest at the time. When I saw the camera sitting there, I kinda got distracted and stared at it for a while. Then Cherno came flying along, and the camera took a picture. When she noticed it, she suddenly got a real angry look on her face. Then she swooped down and kicked it. And unfortunately for the defense, here's decisive proof. Nice. What do you think of this picture, perfect evidence? I believe this clears up all remaining doubt. Exactly, I don't think we need to waste any more time. I do think so. I demand my fair share of it. Oh my, you seem rather upset, but for now I'll submit it to evidence. Ooh, things are really going downhill. I haven't needed to present evidence once yet during this entire case so far. If I
get a better view. Cherno can be seen off in the distance in this photo. The Forest of Magic is to the left. The number 22 is placed on the lower right corner along with the time. April 25th, 1:51. 25th, 1:56. 5 minutes later. Number 24. Number 22. That should take a moment before Cherno kicked the camera. Number 24 is displayed in the lower right corner along with the date and time, 4:25. I suspect tampering of evidence by the real culprit. Do you know how long you were there before the incident happened? Not really. Do you even know about the incident? I saw it when it happened, you know. You were a witness? Yeah, I was. But things were starting to get out of hand, so I left before I got wrapped up in it. Not exactly admirable. But I didn't think it would become this big of a deal. Can you please tell us exactly what happened during that time? The camera was connected to the tripod, and I didn't see anyone else around. So there's no one else in the area, and you were the only one who saw the camera. Yep, I figured someone would come eventually. Maybe I should present some evidence here. Let me continue. What direction did she come from? No idea. I guess she was flying over the forest. Did you notice anything else? Well, Cherno was flying. So you mean the shutter clicked? Yep. Took about 2 or 3 pictures while I was watching it. So which picture would this first picture would Cherno be? I think it's the second, but right after that... An angry look. Yep, that's right. She zipped down and seemed to be upset with the camera for some reason. Ah, so what happened next? Looked like she was posing. Posing? Yeah, posing. Why on earth would she do that? I don't really know why she posed, but... Are you absolutely sure about that? Yep, sure as the sun shines. I was watching the whole time and all. And she hit it pretty hard. I thought it was funny. No! This definitely makes her look like she's purely at fault. I still don't know why she kicked at it, all of a sudden like that. You don't know. Weren't you watching her when she did? Yeah, I was, but... Your Honor, need we drag this out any longer? I believe that this testimony should be enough. No matter how long I look at it, I cannot acquit Cherno of this crime. No way! Losing my first case would not bode well for my career as a defense attorney. Is there nothing else I can do? Doesn't matter if you lose all your motivation. That's enough out of you. Anyway, the defense does not agree. If you're going to say that, you surely have proof to back it up. Huh? Not proof. To put it another way, evidence. Whatever the reason she had for kicking it, you need to show me irrefutable evidence to prove it. Precisely. If you're going to say something, all you need is a single piece of evidence to support it. And if we approve of your line of reasoning, then the trial may continue. And if you don't approve, what then? Then that'll only support a guilty verdict. Although I suppose that means in both cases the trial will continue. Stop joking around, the trial will end if I don't do something here. What should we do? Do we have that kind of evidence? Wait a second, if I go back a bit, whatever reason she had for kicking it. That's what Miss Scarlet just said, right? That's right, I don't think we have anything that can do that. However, we still have something that they won't be able to argue against. Really? That's right, time to present it and see what happens. We actually have 2 pieces of evidence. Let's start with 1 for now. I'll break them down without so much as a syllable. There's a little room for error in war or presenting evidence. Aww.
Right now, all we have to do is keep moving forward. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present some evidence.
I see. Understand we will thoroughly scrutinize it. Defy them with irrefutable evidence. This is that picture that was presented earlier. What exactly are you getting at?
Desperation is so unbecoming. No, I am not desperate at all. Even though you said 1 earlier, I'm just starting with this.
So you have further evidence to submit.
Yes, it's simply not enough by itself. It needs another part to make my point.
In that case, I will allow you to submit one more piece of evidence.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
So this picture as well. Why do they form a set?
Show us.
These two pictures may appear to be in consecutive order, so it looks like one leads to the next. However, that creates a huge contradiction between them.
Oh, then can you point out this contradiction for us?
Of course, Your Honor. The number. The contradiction is here, in the numbers. Really, what do these numbers signify? Please read the numbers, Your Honor. The first picture has a 22, and the second has a 24.
That's right, and please remember that the camera filled up a roll of 24 pictures. These numbers make it easy to understand in what order the pictures were taken, along with the time when they were taken.
I see.
In that case, why is there no photo with a 23?
Exactly my point, Your Honor.
Since both the first and second pictures show the very same person, it would appear that they were taken in the same time frame. That's why nothing seems out of place at first glance.
But if you take a closer look, you'll see that there is one more picture that should go in between them. But Miss Shameimaru, is it possible that there is no such picture?
Absolutely not, due to the sequential nature of the film being in a roll. If we were to see the negatives, it would be obvious. There must be another picture in between these, without a doubt.
Oh, I see. The defense is skilled in explaining complicated matters.
So does this mean
that you are also saying that there is something the prosecution has not submitted?
Yes, I am.
Why exactly have they not submitted this photograph?
You're awfully sharp, Crow Tengu.
Miss Scarlet, if there's a picture that completes the sequence, please submit it at once.
Yes, there's a picture. I thought I could delay in revealing it a little longer, although I would rather not at all. Here it is, Your Honor. By the way, I swear that this is the very last picture. Pictures 19 through 21 also developed, but they contained nothing relevant.
What?
Impersonations in the middle of a trial?
What is the meaning of this?
No, I guess not. What does the picture show?
Rin.
Rin? Like a ring? Something?
Bailiff Onizuka, bring Rinosuke Morchika here! Now!
What does the picture show? She seems absolutely furious.
Yes, what is the matter, Your Honor? Why are you the plaintiff when you are the one committing despicable deeds? What? I have no idea why you're so angry, Your Honor. Look at this!
Nice.
What is this picture?
We don't know. It was taken by our camera.
1:53. I thought the time was 5 minutes in between pictures. The nerve! You aren't the victim in this case. In fact, I don't think it'd be too much to say it's poor Cherno instead. Please, wait just a moment. I don't remember taking this picture at all. So what is this? I really can't say. Please wait, Your Honor. What is it, defense? Please don't be so angry, Your Honor. Think about it. There's only one other person nearby when the camera took pictures 22 through 24. And what that would be Miss Kawashiro.
She said that she saw Cherno in picture 22 and watched the scene until she saw her kick it in picture 24. I see. In that case, it makes sense that she would have been watching when picture 23 was taken. Yes, that's why I'd like to ask the witness to testify once more. Very well. Is this acceptable, Miss Scarlet? It's tedious, but I see no other reason why not. So, Miss Kawashiro, please testify one more time. Please be more specific about your thoughts at that time. Can do. It's turned out weird. Kinda. Somehow. If this keeps up, I'll end up prosecuting as well as defending. Hey, welcome to the Ace Attorney universe. This isn't guilty until proven innocent world. This is a guilty until proven someone else is guilty. I was just walking around when I spotted the camera. I took a closer look and noticed that it was the camera Mr. Morichika asked me about. It looked like the shutter was set to go off automatically. I was really interested in it, so I watched for a bit. That's when I saw Cherno come and the shutter went off again. After that, Cherno came closer to the camera and kicked it. That's all I saw. If I remember correctly, Miss Morichika arrived right when the camera was broken. Yeah, I saw him too. Looked like he was choking on all the dirt Cherno was kicking up. That's odd. There were some things that Mr. Morichika mentioned in his testimony that Miss Kawashiro did not. She also didn't mention anything that Cherno claimed she saw. Very strange indeed. They both saw the same event, but didn't see the same things. Miss Shameimaru, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I need to find the suspicious parts of Miss Kawashiro's testimony. I can breathe through one nose again. That's an improvement, I guess. So you were simply taking a walk. That's right. I thought it would jog my inspiration too. So what did you come up with? You know, things like, this would be a good feature to add to that camera. I'm looking forward to it. You saw it. Did you touch it as well? Nope. They're saying you only looked at it. I guess so. So how did you know it was the plaintiff's camera? He asked me about it the other day, and I got a real good look at it. So there were distinguishing features. The camera that most of the time you have were made by the Kappa. So if it wasn't the camera you made, then how would you know who it belonged to? It had a unique bottom. That's how I recognized it. Unique. Yep, the screw that connected the camera to the tripod was different from the kind the Kappa use. I see. That seems like something you would certainly remember. What's so special about the camera? But it wasn't connected to the tripod. If it wasn't connected to the tripod, it couldn't take pictures. I see, so that's how it works. However, it seems like a rather trivial detail. Is it important to this case? It is. Important. It is very important, Your Honor. Then witness, please append it to your testimony. Roger. You're absolutely sure about that? Yeah, I am. If I had touched it, then the pictures would have been slightly off. That's true, which is why there does seem to be something off about the photos. 23 and 24. The background looks different. You're right, you can see the mountains in the first one. But the other two only show the sky. Better take another look at the evidence again. It is an entirely different angle, isn't it? The reverse sliding is kinda confusing me. Tree. You were there when I did. Yep, I was watching for about 2 or 3 minutes when it did. So so it took me by surprise. I waited a little longer and the shutter went off once again. Did you see what it took a picture of? Nope, of course I couldn't. You don't say. Your Honor, the defense is leading the witness to pull more advantageous testimony from her. I am doing no such thing. So what are you doing then? To be frank, I don't see how this has anything to do with the case. It does appear that this is a rather minor detail. Is this testimony important? I guess not. No, it isn't particularly important. I just wanted to clear up that question. Very well then, please continue with your cross-examination. How long did you watch? It wasn't that long, about 10 minutes or so. Did Journal arrive within that period of time? Yeah, after I watched for a bit. And you didn't see anything strange when the camera took that picture? Nope, nothing in particular. You don't say. You should remember this. Maybe I can get her to say something later. This might turn out to be my trump card. So you saw the moment she broke the camera too. She kicked up so much dirt that I couldn't see it clearly. Mr. Morchika said the same thing. She kicked up an awful lot of dirt in such a short time. I see. What should we do, Aya? You haven't noticed, Momiji. You've been here the whole time, haven't you? Now that you mention it, there is something I'm a little concerned about. What is it? What? Oh right, there's no way she'd tell me. She'd feel like she's selling out her friend. Well, no big deal. There's something I'm concerned about too. Huh? Where? You should find out on your own. But I'll give you a hint. Miss Kaoshiro saw something that she couldn't have seen. How mean. It is very important, Your Honor. Expend this to your testimony. Wait, Your Honor. Miss Shameimaru feels that should be enough. If she tries to get the witness to say anything else on that subject, I would like you to penalize her. Since the defense insisted so strongly, that should be all they need for their argument. Keep that in mind, Miss Shameimaru. Yes, I will. I have done it. I better think twice about pressing that new line of testimony. This might be a bad idea. You're sure about that? I don't think I'm wrong. Then again, I really wasn't focusing on the sounds it was making, so I might have missed hearing it. No way. You know what'll happen since you asked her about that again? That should be... I warned you earlier, but I guess it was a waste of breath. Indeed, the defense will be penalized. It's already so hot.
Percent profiles as well. Oh boy. I'm wrong. Ah. Nope. Fuck. I'm on my last leg right now. I've already tried this, haven't I? Yeah, fuck. Right, well I seem to be stuck. I guess I'll just end it here for now.